So in our first video on section 3.3, we were looking at measures of position. We talked about particularly percentile rank, and we found out how to calculate the percentile rank when you were given a particular data value, when you had a particular data value given. So for example, if I gave you a list of numbers and you put them in order, and I said, okay, here's a number, what's the percentile rank of that number? You would calculate, oh, it's maybe the 75th percentile. Well, this time I'm going to give you the percentile. I might say, okay, the percentile is the 25th percentile. What's the data value at the 25th percentile? So we're going to be finding data values. I'm going to call them X star. X star is going to be the data values. This time we're going to be finding the data value given the percentile rank. Percentile rank I'm going to call the P. P is going to be the percentile rank. So the data value X star that corresponds to the Pth percentile rank can be found as follows. So number one, you got to put your data in order from smallest to largest. First thing, so put your data in order from smallest to largest. It's called ascending order. Then after that, you want to approximate the position of your data value X star. So you're trying to find that X star in your list. We want to approximate its position. That position is going to be called C. C is going to be called the position. N is going to be the total number of data values, and P is going to be the percentile rank that's going to be given. So if I said, okay, find the 25th percentile rank, your P would be 25. So you want to use this formula to approximate the position. C equals N times P over 100. N times P over 100. Did that 100 come out right? It's kind of missing a top there. Okay, good, good, good. So you're going to approximate your percentile rank. Position, my bad. You're going to approximate your position. See, once you have your position approximated, two things can happen. That approximated position that you calculate may not be a whole number. If it's not a whole number, well, what do? You go up. You go up to the nearest whole number. Or you go up to the next, I should say, next whole number. And that whole number that you go up to is going to be your position of X star. So you just would go through the list and count off, okay, if this is in the fifth position, the fifth number would be my X lower star. Okay. So what happens, though, if your C that you calculate is a whole number? What if it lands exactly on the whole number? Well, then your X lower star, the data value, is going to be halfway between the C value and the C plus first value. So basically what you're going to do, let's say you get a whole number of 7 for your position. Exactly 7. Exactly 7. You land directly on 7. Then you're going to look halfway between the 7th and the 8th. 7th and 8th data values in your list. Yeah, you look halfway between. That'll be your X lower star. So that's the procedure. So you might want to return to this list of rules here for finding X lower star. You might want to rewind the video to this. So it's basically a 1, 2, and a 3-step process. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do some exercises. You'll see once we get it going that it's not too hard. We already did speeding tickets earlier, right? Let's do scores on a biology exam, so exercises. Some data from a biology exam. 20 students. So this time we're going to have 20 data values. 20 students. Scores. On a biology exam. I don't think anyone's had exams yet, but exams might be coming up next week for some students. Some students are going to have exams next week in certain classes. 20 students' scores on a biology exam are listed below. All right, here we go. 92, 62, 71, 88, 84, 80, 66, 56, 64, 56, 75, 76. All right, what else? 77, 84, 90, 68, 96, 82, 82, 72. Okay, so we got 5 columns and 4 rows, so it's a total of 20, right? Okay, so here's my first problem. Determine the 30th percentile. I'll just call it, yeah. 30th percentile. All right, so first thing we got to do, we got to put the data in order. Smallest to largest. What's the smallest here? I think 56 is the smallest here. Yeah. How many 56s are there? Looks like 2. What else? Looks like 62. Looks like 64. So we're going in order. Smallest to largest, 66. Is it just one 66? Yeah, 68. What else? 71, 72. Didn't we have another 72? No, we just have one 72. 75. 76. 77. Just 177. Yep. 80. How many 80s? Just one? I think it's just one. We got 2 82s, right? Right next to each other. That's nice. We got 2 84s. One here and one here. I want to be able to get everything on one line. That would be fantastic. If not, we'll just go to another line, right? That's what you do. How about 88? You have a lot of data values. Got to be careful. How about 90? Okay, I'm just going to go to the next line. 92 and 96. Make sure I got everything. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, God, this thing is not writing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I got all 20 data values. So that's the first thing you got to do. So we want to find the 30th percentile. The 30th percentile. So we're going to find the approximate position. Approximate position of our x lower star. We're going to call it x lower star. That's the data value we're after. So the formula is, remember, C equals n times P over 100. Now remember what n is. N is your total number of data values, right? So n is going to be 20. And P is your percentile that you're after. So we're after the 30th percentile, right? Come on, dude, right. There it is. 30th percentile, so we write 30. So all you have to do, you got to multiply these numbers here. We got, what, 20? Multiplied by 30. Divide that all by 100. And you get your position. So you get what? 20 times 30 is 600 over 100. 600 over 100 is 6, right? This is your approximate position. Now remember what we said when you land on a whole number. When you land on a whole number, you have to look between the 6th and the 7th. So x lower star is going to be between the 6th and the 7th position. So what color? I'll use yellow. X star is between the 6th and 7th data value. Halfway between. So let's figure out what x lower star is. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's the 6th. Here's the 7th. So basically what you can do, you can average those two numbers together, the 6th and the 7th, average them together. So you take 68 plus 71 and divide that by 2. So what's 68 plus 71? It's 139, right? And divide that by 2. Can't write 31 or 39 very well. Cruddy little thing here. Stylus crap. All right, so x lower star. What's 139 divided by 2? Well, it's 69.5. Is it? Let me go ahead and do that in my calculator. Guess at 139 divided by 2. Get it right. Yeah, 69.5. So that's it. That's your answer. That is the 30th percentile of this data set, the 30th percentile. Now let's do another. That was number 1. Let's do a number 2. Number 2, here we go. Right here on the side. Determine the 85th percentile. So remember, the first thing you got to do is put your data in order. Now, I already put it in order earlier. I'm just going to copy down those numbers in order. I have them here written on a piece of paper. I got, what, 56, 56. Come on now, right? 62, 64. Come on, right? 66. 68, 71, 72, 75, 76, 77, 80, 82, 82, 84, 84, 88, 90, 92, and 96. Okay, these were our data values in order. Now we're after the 85th percentile. So we want to approximate the position of x star. Approximate the position. Of x star. X star is our 85th percentile data value. So remember, we use the formula C equals n times P over 100. Now n is 20. It's the total number of data values. And P is the percentile we're after. 85, right? So plug that in, do is equal to 20 times 85 over 100. Oh, green, right? So what is that? 20 times 85. 1,700 over 100. That's what? 17. So C equals 17. So when we land exactly on a whole number, remember the strategy is to look between the C and the C plus first data value. So we're going to look X star, that's where we're after, is between 17th and the 18th data values. Halfway between. So let's count off to the 17th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there's the 17th, and here's the 18th, right? So halfway between 88 and 90 is going to be 89, or if you wanted to, you could say 88 plus 90 divided by 2. Just average those together. So that's going to tell you X lower star is equal to 88 plus 90 is 178. Divide that by 2 and you get 89. There you have it. So 89 is considered the 85th percentile of this data set. Let's do one more. So in these cases, our approximate position landed on a whole number. Let's do one where our approximate position lands on a decimal. This would be number 3. Okay. Determine the 32nd percentile. Percentile. That shouldn't have a cross on it. It should just be a dot with an L right there. Okay, 32nd percentile. So first you have to have your data set listed in order from smallest to largest. Let me list those numbers once again. 56. Try to fit them all on one line. 56. 62, 64, 66, 68, 71. So 1 right there. 72, 75, 76, 77, 80, 82, 82, 84, 84. Don't think I'm going to fit them. 88. Can't write small enough with this iPad thing. 90, 92, and 96. So it always seems I end up with a 92 and a 96 on the second line. All right, so 32 percentile. So we want to approximate the position of the 32nd percentile. Approximate. Position of the X star. X star is the data value that corresponds to the 32nd percentile. So we're going to use C equals N times P over 100. Of course, N is the number of data values, or 20. P is the percentile we're looking for, 32. So we're going to multiply these together. 20 times 32 divided by 100. 20 times 32 is 640. Take 640 and divide by 100, and you should get 6.4. Right, so C is 6.4. So that's the approximate position of x lower star. So what do you do when you get a decimal? If you get a decimal, you take that up to the nearest, well, not the nearest, you just take it up. You go up to the next whole number, which would be 7, and that will be the position. That will be the position of x star. So x star is the 7th data value. So x lower star is going to be, let's count up the 7th data value, starting from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 71. 71. Make sure you can tell that's a 1 right there. All right, so that's pretty much it for finding data values corresponding to percentiles. Next video is going to be what? 3.4. which we'll talk about things called quartiles, and we're going to do something called box plots in there. So